Good morning, everybody. Ed the Red coming to you once again this morning from Louisville, Kentucky. And I personally do feel that I am going to be reporting news this morning, although there may be some who don't necessarily feel that what I'm going to share is necessarily news. I guess it really would just depend on who one is, and whether one is a white conservative who happens to have black family members that they love with all their heart, mind, and soul, or if they don't, or if they may potentially be, how would I put this, people claiming to still be Democrats when they really have become members of what I call the Izan party. I'm using the word Izan because if I use the word that would ordinarily in the past have been perfectly acceptable, then this message might not get to as many people as I would prefer that it get to. I personally believe that the people, the viewers and listeners who listen and view me on a regular basis are intelligent people, and they will be able to figure out who the Izans are and what Izan stands for. If you have any questions about that, then just please ask in the comments, and I will be happy to explain that. I don't want to explain how to figure that out here, because I am concerned that if I do, the powers that be might pick up on that, and once again, the video or the message may not be circulated as well as otherwise. So, that all being said, I feel that it is important for people such as myself to stand up and be counted as a conservative, and I, for one, am going to take it a step further. I am a very queer conservative. Talk about a minority there. Yeah, okay, it's out. Of course, you guys know that anyway. It's not anything I've been trying to hide. But, I'm not any kind of a bigot. Not a racist of any kind. There are people that I simply don't like, and it doesn't have anything to do with the color of their skin. It has everything to do with their attitude, mentality, and behavior. Some of them just happen to be black. Some of them are white. I don't care for trashy white people, trashy black people. I just don't care for trashy people, period. And I certainly don't care for anybody who has a victim mentality when they're only a victim if they choose to be. That's just the way I see it. I had to address this issue with my very black niece not too long ago, just a couple of days ago. She looks up to me, she loves me, she respects me. And I believe I got through to her. We haven't spoken since then, but it's not because she's been angry with me. The last thing she said to me was, "I love you." So I don't believe she's angry or upset with me in any way, because she knows I told her the truth. She's an intelligent young woman. I also have two very black nephews, all three from the same sister. They love me with all their ever-loving heart. You know why? Because they know that Uncle Lee loves them. They call me Uncle Lee. That's my middle name. My father and I have the same name, letter for letter. He's senior, I'm junior. So to avoid confusion, when I was growing up, my parents called me Lee, and my dad was Edward to everybody. I just happened to come to the point as an adult that I prefer Edward over Lee. Or Ed the Red. I kind of like that too. At any rate, I am really sick to death of these Izans claiming to be Democrats when they're not, because everything that they're doing is totally outside what the Democratic Party in the past has stood for. They have stood for democracy in the past. They have stood for freedom of speech, even states' rights. These days, they don't stand for any of that. They don't want anybody but them having freedom of speech. They don't want anyone but them having the freedom to do or speak anything, really. If it doesn't fit with their narrative as far as they're concerned, you shouldn't have the right to say it. Well, that's not what a Democrat is. I know, because I used to be one, and I still consider myself to be an old school Democrat. I'm just a very conservative old school Democrat. But I won't vote for these people anymore because none of them are still old school Democrats. They are Izans. That is what the Izans did during World War II. They made it illegal for anyone to say anything that was outside their narrative. They took away everybody's means of defending themselves, so that when they decided it was time to go in and start killing anybody that they wanted to, it was very easy for them to do that. Sounds like the modern day American Izans, wanting everybody to believe that anyone who does not fit their narrative is an Izan themselves, and a racist, bigot, homophobic. Oh please, I'm queer as a $3 bill. I'm not scared of gay people. I don't really like too many of them because they're so ignorant and brainwashed. Like a lot of the Izans. Many of them are Izans and they don't even know it. That's why I have one gay friend. One. My ex. And you know why we're still as good of friends as we are? Mainly because we still care about each other. But it's also partly because we don't talk politics. He doesn't even realize what he's in and what he's supporting. Poor thing. He doesn't. He's been completely brainwashed by these people. He doesn't even have a clue. But, you know, I just pray for him and put him in God's hands, because I'm not going to be able to get through to him. No earthly being with a physical body is going to be able to do that. So I just leave it alone and let God, let him, you know, he's in God's hands. I'll let God deal with it. At any rate, again, it is so offensive to me that these people want to say that someone such as myself is some sort of a racist bigot. Why? Because I don't want people coming from a country that has been ravaged by Ebola coming into this country and potentially beginning a pandemic. That makes me racist? Oh, please. These people need to see a psychiatrist. I'm sorry, they're mental. They have gone off the deep end. Mentally, politically, every imaginable way, these people have gone off the deep end. How anybody can still be paying any attention to them is beyond my comprehension. It just is. But, you know, there are a lot of people like myself, conservatives. I'm not going to call myself Republican because I'm really not. I'm just conservative, period, across the board. There are a lot of us who have black members in our family. Some of us even have black children. How are these people going to claim that all white people who are conservative are somehow racist? Well, I want to get down to the truth of it. The way I see it, anybody who wants to put people of color under their thumb by keeping them completely and utterly dependent on the federal government, that sounds like a racist person to me. Of course, it's hard to say that about them because they're making it as though they want it to be everybody, including us white people, across the board. So it makes it look like they're just trying to make everybody equal and put everybody on an even economic keel. Bull crap. Only thing they're trying to do is put everybody in a state of dependence on them so that they can do whatever they want to any of us at any time that they choose to do it. Because if we are completely dependent on them, then we don't really have a whole lot of choice but to let them do whatever they want now, do we? They can take away any freedom that we have because we're utterly and completely dependent on them for everything. Not me. Hell no, I won't go. That ain't gonna happen to me. I will move into the forest and live in a tent with my dog and my cat before I will be dependent on any damn body for any damn thing. That is what I'll do, and I hope and pray that everyone listening to me would do the same damn thing. I really hope and pray that all of you would. I'm sorry. I take that back. I'm not sorry at all. That is the way I feel. And that is exactly what I will do in the event that they come into power and they start trying to relocate me in some place I don't want to be and put me on some sort of universal welfare that I don't want. That's just the way it's going to be. And they want to claim that they would put me in prison or something? Well, guess what, y'all? You're going to have to catch Big Daddy before you can do something like that to me. And I got news for you. Honey, Big Daddy know how to hide. Really good. Really good. In the meantime, let me know what you think. I got a feeling there might be quite a few people agreeing with me. I'm probably, after airing this, going to lose some people. I expect it. I do. That's okay. If they're so idiotic, brainwashed, that they can't see the truth, they're not going to get, I won't be able to do anything to help them. I'm just going to do the same thing with them that I did with Maurice. They're in God's hands. Let him deal with them. At any rate, you know what's on the horizon. You know what's coming. You know about the food shortage that is coming. You know about all these trucking companies that have gone out of business. You know that there is not going to be near as many people on the road bringing groceries to the grocery stores very soon as there has been previously. You know the prices are going to go way up on food. You know what you need to do. Prep. I would suggest water. I really would, because we just don't know what else might be coming down the pipes. We don't know. Definitely would suggest non-perishable food, body and oral hygiene supplies, first aid, weapons, ammo if you are fortunate enough to have weapons that require it. Hide it. Be good and sneaky about it. Make sure that you have at least one nearby. Of course, if that's the only one you have, you're going to have to keep it nearby. But if you have others, hide them well. Be in prayer. Be in the Word. Be with God the Father. Be with Holy Mother Spirit. And be with our Savior, Yahshua HaMashiach, our Savior, our Messiah. Be in peace, be safe, be prepared. Till next time, Bro Ed the Red, loving and signing out.